Hello!
Hello!
We are ready for a pumpkin investigation. Remember the other day, you guys answered some questions, making some guesses and predictions about this pumpkin. And today we are going to solve all the mysteries about the pumpkin. We'll see if you guessed right, if you guessed close. We're going to have to see. So we're going to start at the bottom, and I see a question mark right here, and here is the question. How many lines does the pumpkin have? That's what we want to know. That's the question. We don't know yet. We have to figure out how many lines are on the pumpkin. So Miss Mary's got the pumpkin ready,
Okay.
and we are going to count how many lines.
All right, here we go. We're going to start over here. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Ooh,
Ooh,
21.
lines. on that
20, that's
pumpkin.
a lot of lines.
That is
Okay,
a lot.
let's open up and see if we got it right. 21.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ding, ding, ding.
21.
21 looks like this. Uh-oh, I'll take it off. 21 looks like a 2 and a 1 put together. This number says 21 lines. There
That's
are
a lot of lines.
21 lines on our pumpkin. Okay, the next one you guys got to guess about. The second question is, how much does it weigh? We want to know how much does the pumpkin weigh. Now, you guys made some predictions. Let's read them. You gave us a video and you used your words, and this is what you guys guessed. Someone guessed 100 pounds, 40 pounds, 5 pounds, 4 pounds, 7 pounds, 6 pounds. Somebody thought it's heavy. Somebody thought it would weigh a lot. Someone thought 10 pounds. Someone thought it would weigh 45 ounces. Someone thought it would be bigger, like me. And someone thought it would be heavier than a full milk jug.
All really good guesses.
Really, really good guesses. But we don't know the answer yet. So Miss Mary brought a tool over.
All right, here's our first tool. Let's see. Let me put it back. Okay, here's our first tool. Do you guys know what this is? Let me turn it around this way. This is called a scale. You might have a scale at your house, but it probably doesn't look like this. This would be used to weigh more of
Like maybe smaller items like food or
A food
science
scale,
experiments.
science experiments, right? So we thought we would try this scale and this pumpkin. But watch what happens when we put it on the scale.
Oh man.
It's not telling us anything,
It's
is it?
not. Miss Mary, I think the pumpkin's too heavy.
Uh-oh.
It's too
This
heavy.
big pumpkin away from that scale. All
Well,
right.
the pumpkin was too heavy for the scale that we had in our classroom, so we had to take a field trip to Nurse Barry's office and use the people scale.
Yes.
So here's a picture of our pumpkin on the scale. This is probably what, if you have one at your house, what it looks like. This is what people use at the doctor's office to measure how much something weighs. So we put our pumpkin on here, and right up at the top are the pounds. And this pumpkin weighed,
Are you ready?
da 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 da, pounds. Oh,
Oh.
a 1 and a 4 says 14 pounds. That's a pretty heavy pumpkin. So I think our closest guess was 10 pounds. That was our closest guess. Good guessing, guys. Those
Very
were all
good.
really good
Good
guesses.
job.
Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, next, we want to know, how tall is it? How tall is that pumpkin? Miss Mary has 2 measuring tools that she's going to use.
All right, the first tool that we have is a ruler, and maybe some of you guys have a ruler at your house. This is a ruler that goes up to the number 12 right here. So it is 12 inches long, this ruler. Now I'm going to put the ruler right up against this 14-pound pumpkin, and from the stem all the way to the ruler, it's pretty even. So we're saying this pumpkin is 12 inches tall using the ruler.
So it's a whole ruler. So I'm going to put this ruler up here because this is how long our pumpkin is.
Well, then we also wanted to measure it using these fun cubes. And these cubes come apart and then stack together. And we wanted to measure it using the cubes. So we put the cubes next to it and we counted each of the cubes. And this is how tall the pumpkin is in the cubes. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So with cubes, the pumpkin is 15 cubes tall.
Awesome. Okay, now I'm going to tape our cubes on here. But first, I'm going to do the reveal.
Here we go.
How tall is the pumpkin? The pumpkin is 15 cubes. Let me tape them on here. 15 cubes and 12 inches. We use 2 different measuring tools for that. 15 cubes and 12 inches.
You know, Miss Sydney, when they get a little bit older or even anywhere, you might hear people say standard way to measure it or non-standard way. Those are kind of big words. But using the ruler, everybody's ruler everywhere would be the same. So that's a standard way to measure. But we said we wanted to try a non-standard way. So we said, let's measure it with cubes.
And you know what? They've done a non-standard one. One time you guys measured yourself with strings.
That's right.
And that was a way that you could measure using
Yeah.
a non-standard way to measure.
Very good.
Okay, we've got some more guesses that you guys gave us. The next question is, what is inside the pumpkin? That's the question. That's the big mystery. All right, let's see what you guys guessed. The first guess was a spider. Ooh, I hope there's not a spider in
I
there.
hope not.
Another friend guessed gooey is inside. Another person guessed strings are inside. Somebody guessed orangeness was inside.
I like that.
The next guess was candy. Someone thought candy was inside. Some other friends thought seeds were inside. One person guessed that food was inside the pumpkin. Someone guessed that meat was inside the pumpkin. Another friend thought there was a square inside the pumpkin. And one more guess, someone thought there was a little pumpkin inside the big pumpkin. All right, so Miss Mary is ready to show us what is really inside the pumpkin.
Okay, guys, I used my knife and I cut around the top, and I'm going to open it now. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. It's kind of hard.
It's stuck.
All right, pumpkin. All right, let me try.
We got to get that knife out again.
Okay, getting that knife, cutting around it a little bit more just to get this pumpkin. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, got it. All right, guys, you ready? Here we go. I'm opening up the lid.
Oh man!
I don't see any spiders. Yay! So glad. Can you guys see? What do you see in there? These white things are the seeds, the pumpkin seeds. And then here's the inside of it. The pumpkin guts.
You know what? I do see some strings.
I do too.
So whoever said gooey, seeds, and strings, and orangeness, you guys guessed right.
They are right. Let's see if I can scoop it out a little bit. Maybe. Okay, here's some seeds that I'm scooping out. Wow. And they have a little bit of orange on them. They're mostly white, but the orange is from the inside. All right, guys. We found out what was in there. No candy.
Oh, I wish there was candy in there. All right, let's open up the question mark and see the answer. There are seeds inside and pumpkin guts inside. That's what Miss Mary and I call it. Seeds and pumpkin guts. Stringy, yucky, slimy, ew. Pretty cool. All right, we have one last question. What does it feel like? You guys gave us some predictions, what you thought it would feel like. If you touched it, what would it feel like? So let's see what some of you guys said. I wrote down the words that you said. Someone guessed it felt soft. Someone guessed smooth. Someone else guessed bumpy. Hard. Someone thought it would feel like orange juice. Someone thought it would feel slimy, cold, and yucky.
Cool.
Now, Miss Mary, if you touch the outside of that pumpkin, what does it feel like?
Well, the outside of the pumpkin, it feels cold and it feels bumpy.
Okay, cold and bumpy. Now, what about the inside?
Ooh, all right. Okay, I'm going to reach my hand in.
Ew.
All right, are you ready, guys? It's cold and it's very slimy. Very slimy. And wet.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, so let's look under our question mark and see if you guessed right. What does it feel like? On the outside, it feels cold. So whoever said cold, good job. Hard and bumpy. Good guessing, guys. And then on the inside, it feels slimy. Somebody guessed slimy. Wet and cold. Awesome, guys. Oh, pumpkins are so fun to look at. You guys made some great predictions and guesses. Our pumpkin has 21 lines. It is 15 cubes and 12 inches tall. It weighs 14 pounds. There are seeds and pumpkin guts inside, and it feels cold, hard, and bumpy on the outside, slimy, wet, and cold on the inside. Hope you guys enjoyed learning about our pumpkin.
Good job being an investigator.